Hello aspirants, this is Jaswinder Singh. Welcome to School of Gender Studies. This is a Geography Class 6 NCERT session and we will be limiting our discussion to that particular class. The future concepts will be coming later, but we're going to lay a very strong foundation with respect to your studies. So let's begin. So your Class 6 Geography NCERT has a total of 8 chapters. It starts with the Earth in the solar system, in which we study where do the Earth stand in our universe. Then we study the latitudes and longitudes so that we can locate a particular place at a particular point of time. And also we will be looking at how to calculate a standard time for a particular place. Then we'll see in chapter number 3 what all motions our Earth performs, like the rotation and revolutions, and what are the causes or impacts of the same. Then we will be looking at the maps, like how we can represent the whole Earth or a portion of Earth or a portion which we need to understand or locate some things on the world. Then in the chapter 5, we will be looking at the major domains of the Earth, like what all components of the Earth are, or how the Earth is divided into multiple parts, or how we can study all of them. Next, we will be looking at the landforms on our Earth, like for example, the mountains, the plains, the plateaus, the landforms and the people and the other facts as well. Then in the chapter 7, we will be looking at our country, India, what's its geographical location on the world, then also its neighbors, its political and its administrative division, and also some physical division as well. Then we will be looking very briefly at the Indian climate, the Indian weather, the Indian vegetation and the wildlife sanctuary. Okay, so let's dig in. The first chapter, the Earth and the Solar System, we will be looking at the following topics. Yes, first we will be looking at the introduction. इसमें थोड़ा सा चीजों को डीप दिया हुआ है, ठीक है. So कुछ definitions हैं जो हमको देखनी है. So please stick to it. Then we will be jumping to the solar system, its basics. Then the sun, the number of planets and some general features with respect to it. Then we'll be looking at our planet, the Earth. Then some features of the moon. Then the asteroids, the meteoroids. Then we will be concluding this chapter with the definition and features of galaxy and universe. Yeah, so this is the introduction. Don't get bothered by all this text. Just sit back and listen. It's very easy. It's just class 6 and it is just laying the foundation for the future chapters. We have presented this information in formation of a question and answer so that it's easy to comprehend and understand it. Firstly, it talks about the moon. What is the full moon? Full moon, also known as Purnima. Purnima is the night when we can see the whole shape of the moon in the night sky. जिसका मतलब है कि हमको वो रात में मून की पूरी स्फेरिकल शेप दिखती है. हम आगे डिस्कस करेंगे कि मून कैसे दिखता है. देन व्हाट इज द न्यू मून? न्यू मून और अमावस्या. Okay, it is the time in the night sky, or it is the night where we cannot see any shape of the moon whatsoever. It is a full night sky full of stars. Okay, so this is what is known as new moon. इसको हम अमावस्या कहते हैं. वो रात जहाँ पे मून हमको बिल्कुल ना दिखे और सिर्फ जो लाइट है वो स्टार्स की लाइट है. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज कि हमको सिर्फ रात में ही मून्स और स्टार्स क्यों दिखते हैं? क्या वो दिन में नहीं होते? सो द आंसर टू दिस क्वेश्चन इज देयर आर ब्राइट ऑब्जेक्ट्स इन द नाइट स्काई, बट ड्यू टू द ब्राइट लाइट ऑफ द सन हमको वो रात में चीजें नहीं दिखती. What are celestial bodies? Celestial bodies are, you can say, the bodies which are present in our universe, in our solar system, with like the sun, the planets, the moons. And what are stars? Stars are the celestial body which are very big, hot and made up of gases. They have their own light and heat. This means our sun is also a kind of a star. Star वो होता है जिसकी अपनी खुद की light और अपनी खुद की heat होती है. वो कैसे? Because it is made up of full of gases, जिसकी reaction की वजह से वो heat और light produce करता है. See, again coming back to the old question that if there are countless twinkling stars in the night, then why do we only see one star, aka our sun? Because our sun is located very close to the earth, right? If this is the earth and this is the sun, the distance between both of them is 150 million kilometers away just. And जो बाकी के जो stars हैं, those are very very far away. You can say 1 billion kilometers away, or you can say hundred of billions kilometers away. So what are the constellations? So constellations are the various patterns that we can form in the sky by joining different stars, right? For example, this is the picture of the Ursa Major. It is a combination of 7 stars, and through that we can locate a North Star. It is also known as Saptarishi in Hindi. Saptarishi means 7 sages. Sap means 7, Rishi means sages. Now, what is a pole star? Pole star, aka North Star. This means that wherever you look from the Earth towards that particular star, ये हमेशा आपको perfect north की direction दिखाएगा. Next is, what is a planet? Planet, as we have studied, is a celestial body, but it doesn't have its own heat and light. ये light emit करता है by absorbing the light of the other or nearby stars. ये एक Greek origin word है, planetia. This means wanderer, and finally we have converted into English, which is called as a planet. And Earth is a planet. There are 7 other planets in our solar system, which we will be discussing in the upcoming slides. Then, what is a satellite? A satellite is a celestial body that moves around the planet in same way as a planet moves around the sun. Don't worry, we will be discussing all that in the coming future. There are 2 kinds of satellites. One is a natural, one is a man-made. Okay, this is the definition of the natural satellite. Moon is the natural satellite of the Earth, and similarly other planets have also their own natural satellites. The next topic is the solar system. Solar system is formed of a sun and the 8 planets, like which is Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and some other celestial bodies like the asteroids, meteoroids. Don't worry about these topics, we'll be discussing in the coming slides. As we have discussed, the moon is a natural satellite of the Earth, and similarly other planets have also their own satellite. Next is the sun. Sun is the center of our solar system. It is huge and made up of hot gases. It binds the solar system through gravity, and it is the ultimate source of heat and light in our system. And as I said, it is 150 kilometers away from the Earth. So this is the pictorial representation of the solar system, where the sun is in the center, and these are the planets which are revolving around the sun. They have their own orbits. They all rotate, and they also revolve around the sun in that particular orbit. Next, we will be looking at the planets. Okay, as we have mentioned that the word planet was of the Greek origin, which is planetia. It means wanderers. Okay, these are the celestial bodies that do not have their own heat and light, but actually they emit the light from the other stars. So there are total 8 planets in our solar system, which is your Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. Planets को याद करने का एक mnemonic है जो NCERT में दिया हुआ है, वो है My very efficient mother just served us nuts. M for Mercury, V for Venus, E for Earth, M for Mars, J for Jupiter, S for Saturn, U for Uranus, N for Neptune. These planets revolve around the sun in an elongated path, which we call as an orbit. Every planet has a separate orbit and a complete different rotation and revolution time. For example, which we can study from this pictorial representation. Like it takes 58 days to one complete revolution and 15.5 hours to complete one rotation of the Mercury. Then with respect to Venus, then the Earth, the Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, Pluto. You can study that on your own. Next, we're going to look at our planet, the Earth. The Earth is the 3rd nearest planet to the Sun, and it is the 5th larger planet of the solar system. Due to the rotation and revolution, इसकी काफ़ी एक peculiar shape है. ये टॉप से फ्लैटन है और जो इक्वेटर या सेंटर से ये थोड़ी सी बल्ज आउट कर रही है. तो ऐसी कोई और शेप नहीं है, तो इसलिए साइंटिस्ट ने इनका नाम रखा है जियोइड शेप. इसके कुछ यूनिक फीचर्स हैं. ठीक है, इट इज़ द ओनली नोन प्लैनेट इन अ सोलर सिस्टम दैट एक्चुअली सपोर्ट्स लाइफ. ये ना ही ज़्यादा हॉट है ना ही ज़्यादा कोल्ड है. इस प्लैनेट के ऊपर आपको वाटर एंड ऑक्सीजन आपको प्लेंटी मिलती है, एंड दैट इज व्हाई वी कॉल इट एज अ ब्लू प्लैनेट. Next, we'll be studying our moon. Our moon is the natural satellites, and Earth has only one moon or one natural satellite. It has many artificial satellites which have been sent by the scientists all over the world. The features of our moon are, it is 1/4 of the diameter. ये 1/4 है हमारे Earth की साइज का, और ये बाकी planets से काफी पास है. ये 27 डेज लेता है टोटल रोटेशन अपनी कवर करने में, और इसका हमको एक ही साइड हमेशा दिखता है ड्यू टू टाइडल लॉकिंग. एज यू कैन सी इन दिस पिक्टोरियल रिप्रेजेंटेशन कि हमारी अर्थ भी रोटेट कर रही है, एंड एट द सेम टाइम दैट द मून इज आल्सो रोटेटिंग, एंड फॉर्चुनेटली वी आर ओनली एबल टू सी वन साइड ऑफ इट. अगर हम टॉपोलॉजी की बात करें, जैसे हमारे अर्थ पे माउंटेन्स, प्लेन्स और डिप्रेशन से मतलब गड्ढे हैं बहुत सारे, वैसे ही हमने ये चीजें मून पे भी देखी है. Next, we'll be jumping to asteroids. These are the tiny bodies that are floating in an orbit between the Mars and Jupiter. ये कोई planet नहीं है. ऐसा कहा जाता है कि ये एक पहले प्लैनेट था और किसी कोलिजन्स की वजह से ये अब एक छोटे टुकड़ों में हो गया है, बट सन की ग्रेविटी, मार्स और जुपिटर की ग्रेविटी की वजह से वो अभी भी उसी ऑर्बिट में रिवॉल्व कर रहे हैं। एज यू कैन सी फ्रॉम दिस पिक्टोरियल रिप्रेजेंटेशन, दीज आर ऑल द एस्टेरॉइड्स दैट आर रिवॉल्विंग अराउंड द सन। दिस इज वन ऑफ द रियलिस्टिक पिक्चर्स दैट यू कैन हैव, एंड दिस इज द पिक्चर व्हिच इज गिवन इन द एनसीईआरटी। ये एस्टेरॉइड्स हैं, इसके ऊपर आप देखेंगे जैसे कोलिजन्स होते रहते हैं, बिकॉज बहुत सारे एस्टेरॉइड्स एक के साथ एक घूमे जा रहे हैं। ये कोई भी एक पर्टिकुलर ऑर्डर में नहीं है, बट दे आर जस्ट रिवॉल्विंग अराउंड द सन, और जिसकी वजह से इनका कोलिजन्स होता रहता है, ये टूटते रहते हैं, बनते रहते हैं, और कुछ इसमें से हमारे अर्थ के पास भी आ जाते हैं। एंड यस, एंड दीज आर ऑफ ग्रेट एस्ट्रोनॉमिकल वैल्यूज, एज हम इससे ओरिजिन्स ऑफ यूनिवर्स को हम स्टडी कर सकते हैं। नेक्स्ट आदि मीटरोइड्स। मीटरोइड्स कोई एक स्पेशल या कोई एक अलग चीज नहीं है। एस्ट्रॉइड्स जो वो मार्स और जुपिटर के बीच में जो वो रिवॉल्व कर रहे हैं, वहां से अगर कोई कोलिजन के कारण वो हमारे अर्थ की तरफ आ जाता है तो हम उसको मीटरोइड कहते हैं। और ये हमारे अर्थ के एटमॉस्फेयर में जब आता है तो ये फ्रिक्शन के कारण बर्न होना शुरू हो जाता है, और ज्यादातर ये हमेशा कोलैप्स ही हो जाते हैं, जहाँ ये पूरे डस्ट बन जाते हैं, एज यू कैन सी इन दिस पर्टिकुलर फोटो। इट इज ऑल्सो नोन एज अ मीटियोर शावर। समटाइम्स व्हाट हैपन कि अगर ये कुछ ज़्यादा बड़ा है और हमारा एटमॉस्फेयर इसको नहीं जला पाता है और टोटली बर्न करके डस्ट में नहीं क्रिएट कर पाता है, तो ये हमारे अर्थ पे गिर जाते हैं और फिर ये एक क्रेटर फॉर्म करते हैं। And finally, we conclude this chapter with the definition and the features of galaxy. Okay, galaxy is a collection or a system of stars and some other celestial bodies or celestial items which are stellar remains, interstellar gas, dust, dark matter, and these all are bounded by the gravity. Our solar system is a part of a bigger system of the galaxy which comprises of multiple stars and the other solar systems. Our galaxy is known as the Milky Way galaxy or Akash Ganga. This is the one of the best picture of the Milky Way. ये एक ऐसा लगता है कि जैसे आकाश में गंगा की तरह बह रही है, इसलिए इसका नाम रखा गया आकाश गंगा और द मिल्की वे। मिलियंस ऑफ गैलेक्सीज हैं हमारे यूनिवर्स में। यूनिवर्स एज द डेफिनेशन सेज इट इज द ऑल ऑफ द स्पेस एंड टाइम एंड देयर कंटेंट्स लाइक प्लैनेट्स, स्टार्स, गैलेक्सीज एंड ऑल द फॉर्म्स ऑफ अर्थ एंड मैटर। अगर इसको एक स्मॉल पिक्चर में हम देखें, वी लिव ऑन द अर्थ व्हिच इज अ पार्ट ऑफ अ सोलर सिस्टम व्हिच इज अ पार्ट ऑफ गैलेक्सी व्हिच इज नोन एज मिल्की वे गैलेक्सी, एंड मेनी गैलेक्सीज आर पार्ट ऑफ द यूनिवर्स एंड दिस इज वेयर वी लिव इन. So this is how we conclude our chapter, as we have seen some introduction, the definitions of the full moon, the moon, celestial bodies, constellations. Then we have seen some features of our solar system. Then we also saw the definitions and feature of a sun, the planets, our beloved planet Earth on which we live in, our moon, the asteroids, the meteoroids, and finally we concluded the chapter with the galaxy. So we will be concluding these further chapters in the further sessions. I hope that you like our effort. I hope that you like our way of teaching. So if there are any feedback from your side, it is always welcome. And thank you so much for your time. All the best to you.